What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I'm your host, Mike Sports Vibes, with another one, y'all. Another one, DJ Callie's voice. Another one. Another one. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. God bless to each and every one of y'all. I want to say this, man. As a big time Minnesota Viking fan, I'm going to be honest. Hold on, let me just do this real quick. I'm going to be honest with you, man. It's getting a little spooky right now. I still believe in this team. We're 2-2. And it's a lot of questions right now. There's a lot of questions because we're simply banged up. I'm just going to be honest with you. But I listen, the Browns defense makes me nervous. Not their offense makes me nervous. Their defense makes me nervous. So Vikings will beat the Browns. I still feel like we're going to beat them. But I'm nervous. Dillon Gabriel will start for the Browns. And I think that's his first game of the year. They bench Joe Flacco. And shout out to my bull, Toxic Trick Shot. Yo, Mike, what's good, man? Man, everything's everything, man. I'm just vibing with y'all. Shout out to you. Salute to you, man. Who does your Steelers play this week, bro? Who's your Steelers play this week, my brother? But yeah, man. This week is a big week for the Minnesota Vikings. We're trying to win. We have to win this game. Our schedule gets harder after this game. And the thing about it, what makes me nervous about the Browns is they're the number one defense in the whole NFL. The biggest weakness for the Minnesota Vikings is offense. So doesn't work out when you think about it. If the Vikings' biggest weakness is scoring, we can't score. We struggle to score. And we're going against the best defense in the whole entire NFL. That's not good. I don't remember being honest. I'll have to look. Okay. Yeah, I could look it up for you. But yeah, like I don't know, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. This can get bad, and the reason why I'm nervous about the Browns is because I know how banged up our offensive line is. When you go down the list, Donovan Jackson, Ryan Kelly ain't playing, concussion. Our right guard ain't playing. Christian Darrisaw just got back. We're banged up on that offensive line. So you're telling me we're gonna have Justin School and what's his name, Jurgens at the center position and Justin School at the right tackle position, bro. I'm nervous, bro. The Steelers play the. Oh, you got a bye week? Hold on. Do you have a bye week? Hold on. So y'all just beat us, and then hold on. Let me look at. Maybe I'm looking at this wrong. So the Steelers play. Yeah, the next game they play is the Browns. So I'm assuming y'all got a bye week. So y'all got an early bye, I guess. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody that's in the building. Appreciate y'all. What's going on? W Vikings. Yeah, we gotta win this game. This is a must win. Everybody that's in the building, please double tap that screen, hit the like button. Double tap that screen, hit the like button. We're going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family, and I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. So even if you're not a Viking fan and you're feeling the vibes, consider subscribing. And yeah, it's gonna be a party every live stream. But yeah, I'm nervous. My boy Tasha Tricks out said y'all might have a chance where Dillon Gabriel is starting. Yes, he's starting. Joe Flacco is benched. And I get being scared of their defense, but who is there besides Myles Garrett? The thing about it, their defensive line is very hard to stop their run. I'm about to go down the whole list of how good their defense is. I'm not really scared of their secondary all like that, but it doesn't even matter if we don't have time to throw the ball because our offensive line is so banged up and we have bad play calling. So we'll see what happens. You know what I mean? We'll definitely see what happens. Let me put my skull hat on, man. Let me put my skull hat on. It's on and popping now. But let's just go down the list. So it's really and listen, and the reason why I feel like the Vikings will win because I think our defense is so good and we'll stop Dillon Gabriel. My issue is our defense gonna be to score any points? Because can we get a pick six or something? Because I don't know how much our offense is gonna score this game. I think it's gonna be a low scoring game. At the very most, I can see 17 to probably 13 or 17 to it's gonna be a defensive game, in my opinion. And watch I be 100% wrong. Watch there's gonna be so much offense in this game, but I'm thinking this is gonna be a defensive game. but we shall see. I think it's going to be 17. I'll give the Browns 13 points, 17-13. Um, a bye week already, yeah. Wow, Finn, yeah, it's only yeah. Vikings and the Phillies, you don't have any friends, huh? You said Vikings. Oh, yeah, I'm a Vikings fan. I am a Phillies fan, and I actually don't have any friends. I really, you're my friend, bro. Honestly, you're my friend, bro. So look, I'm a Sixer fan. I'm a Phillies fan. I'm a Viking fan. So if you're wondering why I'm a hybrid sports fan, on this channel we cover the Minnesota Vikings. I'm a Viking fan from Pennsylvania because of Randy Moss. I don't know if you know who Randy Moss is, but if you don't, I challenge you to look him up. It was a game when they played against the Eagles a long time ago, and it was a wild card game, and the Eagles beat us. But I seen how Culpepper was playing, how he was throwing the ball to Randy Moss, and Randy Moss put his hand up and was catching touchdowns left and right. I said, yo, that's my team. But then I am Philly everything else. I'm a Flyers fan. I'm a Phillies fan. I'm a Sixer fan. On my other channel, I talk about basketball and baseball, and the Phillies are doing really good, by the way. I got Bryce Harper right there. I got Drew Holiday right there, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons. But I got Drew Holiday's autograph over here. But yes, I am a hybrid sports fan. And yes, I don't have any friends. Why'd you have to remind me that? I don't have any friends. So I'm not gonna say I don't have any friends. But I'm careful when I call people a friend. I'll say I have a lot of associates. You know what I'm saying? I have a lot of associates, but it's God, Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior is number one that I talk to. Then my wife, my kids, and then of course everybody else. Now I really don't have no friends. I used to think I had a lot of friends, but it wasn't really friends. They weren't really friends. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to you. God bless to you. Y'all will beat the Browns. Your offense is elite. Cleveland has a tough D, but y'all will pull. Yes, you know what? Honestly, Chrissy, Gibbert, I think that you're 100% right. The reason why I'm nervous, and I do feel like we're going to win. Everybody that's in the building, make sure you double tap that screen, double tap that screen, double tap that screen, hit that like button, hit that like button, hit the like button. Like I said, I'm going live for every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Everybody is welcome. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel like that. But respectfully, as a big-time Minnesota Viking fan, even though I'm a little bit nervous about the Browns and the Vikings game this Sunday, respectfully speaking, the Minnesota Vikings will beat the brakes off your team. You know what I'm saying? I'm still a big-time Minnesota Viking fan, regardless of our record. We're 2-2, we're a 500 team, but I'm still confident that we can do something. But I'm nervous, y'all. I'm nervous about this game because I don't believe in the Browns' offense can do nothing against our defense. What I'm nervous about is what our offense is going to do because we have Donovan Jackson out. We're going to have our center out and Ryan Kelly. We're going to have our right tackle out. So we're going to have 3 offensive linemen, starters that are out. That's what I'm nervous about. So if you got to go against one of the best defensive lines with Mason Graham and Myles Garrett, and it's just going to get spooky if you don't have it can get spooky if you have these long drawn out plays. I'm hoping KOC can make those adjustments and pass a whole bunch of quick passes, quick plays, and stuff like that. But, man, it's going to get spooky if we hold on to the ball because our offensive line is jacked up from the floor up. Let me say that again because I ain't stutter when I said that. Our offensive line is jacked up from the floor up. We got injuries everywhere on this offensive line. From the tackle, the center, the guard. Everybody seems like they got hurt besides Will Fries probably. Everybody missed games on this offensive line. Pretty much. So it's bad right now, but I'm confident we're going to be all right. I got the Vikings winning 21-3. I have a feeling the Browns defense will flop. I hope so. I feel like it depends on I feel like our defense will definitely shut their offense down. My only issue is their defense going against our offense, and we're going to have and the thing about it is we're going against one of the best pass rushers in the game. Maybe one of the best of all time if he keeps on doing what he's doing. Myles Garrett is one of those dudes that can wreck a game easily. But let me just get to the total defense real quick. Let's talk about the total defense, and I'm going to keep going on with this live stream. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Appreciate y'all. He says, I forgot the Bills play the Vikings. Yeah, we're going to beat the brace off the Bills, too. Randy Moss was cold. Yes, Randy Moss is my guy. Shout out to Ron's opinion, don't matter. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Couldn't beat the Falcons. Yeah, we couldn't beat the Falcons. We couldn't beat the Steelers, but we going to be all right, though. Now, I mean, small thing to a giant. Dang, At least we can get revenge on the Bengals. Browns win. You think the Browns winning? I think the Browns defense is solid, but that being said, I don't know if they are going to. Yeah, no, they're not starting Sanders. It's going to be Dillon Gabriel in his first start in the NFL. So no, they're not. They benched Joe Flacco. Dillon Gabriel is going against one of the best defenses in the league, and that's the Minnesota Vikings defense. I think we're going to be good with that. It's my problem is scoring the ball, and I'm not just talking about the defense. The defense gonna have to probably score some points. That's how nervous I am when it comes to our offense because I know our offensive line is destroyed. Like it's not looking good for us. So I'm just trying to be optimistic on having three non-starters, second stringers playing on that offensive line. It's not looking good. I'm leaning towards the Vikings if they start Sanders, which I don't think they will. They're not starting Sanders. It's a done deal. You said JJ's poop? No, he's not. Y'all need Sam back. No, we don't. Vikings will never win Super Bowl. No, that's not true. Respectfully disagree with that. Hell, who's your team, bro? Who's your team? Because respectfully speaking, we're gonna beat the brakes off your team. I understand that we looking a little suspect right now, but we're 2-2, and I'm not giving up on the season. But let me get back to what I was saying, and I'm gonna get to the comments. But do not forget to hit that like button if you haven't already, and hit that subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you a Viking fan or not, you're welcome to this YouTube family. Just keep it PG and respectful in the comments. Like I said, we're going live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly believe that. But I will say this respectfully. I understand we lost to the Falcons. I understand we lost to the Steelers. But respectfully speaking, we've beaten the brakes off of the Browns. I don't know about that. We going to win, though. We going to definitely win. You know what I mean? But let's talk about the total defense. When you talk about the total defense, the Browns are number one, bro. They're only allowing 222.5 yards a game. And they're just simply amazing when it comes to, they're just an overall good defense. You know what I mean? When it comes to, but I'll say this, the passing defense for the Vikings is ranked number 3. And when it comes to total defense, the Vikings are ranked number 7. So that's why I said it's going to be a defensive matchup. It's going to be two of the best defenses going at it. So it's going to be very interesting how this is going to play out. When it comes to the Browns passing defense, they're ranked number 4. So the Vikings pass defense is ranked number 3. The Browns passing defense is ranked number 4. Let's go down the list, man. I'm curious what the Russian defense look like. All right, so the Browns are number 1 in the NFL at stopping the run. So how the heck are we going to establish the run on this team? We'll see what happens. Game to game is different. We'll see if KLC can figure something out with this banged up offensive line. But I feel like we got to figure something out to establish the run. But the Browns are ranked number 1, only allowing 70.3 rushing yards a game and only allowed 2 rushing touchdowns this season. I don't even want to talk about the Vikings. The Vikings are ranked number 24, so I don't know about that. All right, now scoring defense. Vikings are top 10. They're number 9. That's pretty darn good, man. I like that. Top 10 in that, too, in that category. Browns are 24. When it comes to red zone defense, Broncos are number 1. Wow, wow. I always thought the Broncos defense was really like that good. Eagles are number 3. And believe it or not, number 2 is the Chargers. The number 2 red zone defense in the NFL right now is the Chargers. Then the Raiders are number 4. The Jaguars are number 5. The Seahawks are number 6. And they're tied with the Vikings at number 6 as well. So that's pretty darn good. We're top 10 in a lot of categories on defense. That's why when people be trying to say the defense is terrible, you could probably nitpick on when it comes to stopping the run, but everything else for the Minnesota Vikings defense is pretty darn good, bro. Now, third down defense, the Vikings are top 10. They're number 6, tied with the Commanders. The Browns are, where are they? The Browns are number 28. So they're saying that we get more first downs. They give up more third downs, on first down. That's pretty crazy. But overall, their defense is amazing. When it comes to statistically, they are. And I'm nervous. I'm not really caring about their secondary. I'm worried about their defensive line. It's not their secondary that I'm worried about. No disrespect to their secondary. I'm not worrying about their secondary. I'm worrying about establishing that run game with Mason Graham. I'm with Mason Graham in the middle at defensive tackle. Then you got Malik Collins, defensive tackle. He's pretty darn good as well. Myles Garrett, we know how good Myles Garrett is. That's not even a debate. If you don't know who Myles Garrett is, look him up. Look up Myles Garrett. Look him up. He's one of them guys. He's one of them dudes that can wreck the game. And then the right defensive end, the other edge rusher is Isaiah McGuire. So their defensive line is what I'm nervous about more than anything. When it comes to their secondary, I know Greg Newsome is he all right. I ain't gonna put him top tier defensive back. I like Denzel Ward though. No, actually, it's the other way around. I like Newsome. Denzel Ward. All right. I like Newsome. I think Newsome's potential can be very, very, very good. Maybe I'm getting confused. Let me see what the age is. I know whoever the younger one is. Yeah. So it's then Greg Newsome the second. I like his potential, and I think he's going to be a. I don't know what his PFF grade and all that. And I'm not going to get super statistically on how many pass defended and how many intercepts. I'm not even going down that road. I don't even care about their secondary. I care about their freaking defensive line. Their defensive line is what I'm nervous about. And if you're a Viking fan and you're not nervous about their defensive line, you don't know how bad we're banged up on that offensive line. Our offensive line is like, we're banged up pretty darn good. But if you talk about skilled players, when you talk about skilled players like, for instance, my bad, y'all. Hold on, let me do something real quick. Hey, everybody, can I get a 5x5? Can y'all hear me? 5x5 in the comments if you hear me. Let me catch up in the comments. Sorry if I'm skipping some people. Comparing James Cook to Derrick Henry and Saquon is wild. James Cook, I like James Cook, but I can't put him up there with a Derrick Henry and a Saquon, not just yet. Yeah, man. James, let's go. Okay, we're gonna see. Go Gators 904. Vikings trash. We're gonna definitely see about that. Comparing yards and touchdowns in the four territories. I don't know James Cook's rushing yards and touchdowns, but I know he's having a pretty darn good year. I know that for a fact. But I still can't put him up there with Saquon yet, or I got to see the numbers, but maybe he's doing better this year. I haven't been following the Bills and what they're doing, like when it comes to their rushing, but yeah. Is this Kanye? Hey, listen. Last video, someone said I was LeBron James. This video, someone saying I look like Kanye West. Do I look like everybody, y'all? Like, what the heck is going on? I went from LeBron James to Kevin Hart to Kanye West, and shout out to all these brothers. I ain't hating. I'm just saying. Do I look like everybody? I don't know what's going on, y'all. Do I look like all these dudes? So yes, I'm comparing James Cook. But shout out to everybody's in the building. Appreciate y'all. I'm born and raised and I'm a Jags fan, and show you how much I hate Vikings. I'd rather watch. Yeah, but bro, you need to come back to the Vikings. Jaguars for life. Come back to the Vikings, bro. James Cook was amazing last year. Yeah, he was amazing. But I think he didn't have a better season than Saquon. I know that. He didn't have a better year than Derrick Henry. I know that. But I'm not hating on James Cook. I'm a big James Cook supporter because I'm going to tell you why. His brother is who? His brother played for the Vikings, Dalvin Cook, one of the best running backs in Minnesota Viking history. If it wasn't for the injuries, bro, he could have been playing still right now probably. You know what I mean? But them injuries caught up to him. But I have a lot of respect for James Cook. Bro, when you realize James Cook has been good for more than... Yeah, I've been knew he was good. James Cook is having a better season this year than Henry. Okay, I didn't know that. And yeah, shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all double tap that screen if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. But yeah, so that's what I'm nervous about when it comes to the Minnesota Vikings. Yes, I feel like we're still going to win this game in a close one, like 17-13 or something like that. But I'm nervous about scoring because our offensive line is so banged up. That's the only reason why. I know we have Justin Jefferson. I know we have Jordan Addison. I know we have TJ Hockenson. I know we have Jordan Mason. Can we establish the run with Jordan Mason? Can we block long enough to throw the ball to Justin Jefferson? Can we block long enough to throw the ball to TJ Hockenson and Jordan Addison and Justin? Like, can we block long enough to throw it to Adam Thielen? That's the issue that I have when it comes to this game. And this is why I'm a little bit nervous, because of the Browns simply... they are the best team, the best defensive team in the NFL right now, statistically. Maybe someone would disagree, but right now, stat wise, they're the best. Um, and Miles Garrett, I believe he has 4 sacks already this year. In 4 games, he has 4 sacks. He's a straight up monster. Now, when it comes to the offense, I'm not scared of the Browns offense, to be honest with you. Like, I'm really just not even I'm not worried about them at all, to be honest with you. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I mean? It's nothing that I like. Who's their leading receiver right now? Hold on, y'all. Let me look up their leading receiver. Their leading receiver is Quinn. Oh, that's Christian Judkins. That's a rookie running back, right? The rookie, not rookie. Jerry Judy, wide receiver, is leading their wide receiver core with 182 yards. I'm not worried about our secondary. I don't care if they had the best wide receiver in the game. Our secondary for the Vikings is pretty darn good. It's really stopping the run for me. So if you're telling me your running back, Quinshawn Judkins, is going to be the guy that's going to lead y'all and establish the run against this Vikings defense, I'm not nervous about that. So, and I feel like if you're telling me that Dillon Gabriel is your starting quarterback for this game, I think Brian Flores is going to feast. I think Brian Flores, listen, the one thing about this team, I understand it's banged up, but we have a very good defensive-minded coordinator. Like he used to be a head coach. Brian Flores used to be the coach of the Miami Dolphins. He's one of the best defensive-minded coaches in the whole NFL. And him going against a rookie is barbecue chicken, bro. It's going to be hard for Dillon Gabriel. I don't care that we don't have no film on him. I don't care that he only played like like people say, oh, you don't got no film on him, doesn't mean he's going to be good against us. I don't care if we had a lot of film on him. He's not going to be good against this defense. That's just my opinion. Now, I will give him respect if he can do some things, but I don't think this is the week he's going to do too much against this defense. I don't see it, but we'll see what happens. I'm not scared of Dillon Gabriel. I'm not scared of the Browns offense, respectfully. Respectfully. I don't mean that in no disrespect. I'm not scared of the Browns offense. I'm nervous about their defense, though. Know what I mean? All right, Buffalo and Philly, and it's the best undefeated. I really don't think you know what you're talking about. You said Buffalo and Philly undefeated, but I'm gonna tell you right now, respectfully speaking, as a big time Minnesota Viking fan, I got the Minnesota Vikings versus the Bills in the Super Bowl, bro. I got the Vikings in the Super Bowl. I know listen. It is what it is. I'm talking heavy all year until we're not in the playoffs, bro. Until we are knocked out the playoffs, because the Minnesota Vikings will be in the playoffs. The Minnesota Vikings, we're 2-2. We will be in the playoffs. Until we're knocked out the playoffs, I got the Bills and the Vikings in the Super Bowl for Super Bowl 60. Can I talk that talk and walk that walk? Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. If stats don't matter, then why were so many people mad when Josh Allen won MVP? I don't think stats, I think stats do matter, but they don't mean everything. I think the eye test plus stats is more important. I think what does your eyes tell you more than stats? Because it's not just Josh Allen putting up them great yards throwing. He's everything for the Buffalo Bills, bro. Like, he's literally everything, bro. One of the best dual threat quarterbacks in the game. So Josh Allen, when you look at him play the game, who's better than Josh Allen at the quarterback position? But only quarterback that you can realistically say that he's better because he got 3 Super Bowls, that is Patrick Mahomes. Everybody else, I'm sorry to say, I feel like Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the game. That's just my opinion, respectfully. And I'm a Viking fan saying it. But I don't think it's just, like, people get too hung up on the analytics, like the stats on, he threw for 4,000 yards and blah, blah, blah. But is he winning as well? So, because you could put up a whole bunch of great stats, but if you're not winning, if you're not lifting your team up and your team doesn't get into the playoffs, what does it matter if you throw for 4,000 yards? I'd rather throw for 2,000 yards and get my team to the playoffs than throw for 4,000 yards and don't even get to the playoffs. Because a lot of these dual threat, like, for example, Jalen Hurts is probably a perfect example. I don't know how many yards he threw for last year, but I know for a fact Jalen Hurts rushed for a lot of yards. He had some rushing touchdowns mixed in with throwing touchdowns. So he's a mixed bag. So you got to add the rushing yards plus the throwing yards, and just his leadership. His leadership is just second to none, in my opinion, in the NFL. And this is coming from a Viking fan. You could say that he don't like. in my honest opinion, when it comes to talent, I think Josh Allen's the most. I don't know if I can say that because Pat has 3 Super Bowls, but damn, bro, I want to say Josh is the most talented. But I think the quarterback that that has like so much heart that statistically doesn't get credit and people hate on him a lot, but he's really, really good in my opinion, is Jalen Hurts. And then of course Lamar Jackson. But the Ravens are struggling. Can you believe it? The Ravens are struggling. I know it's early in the season, but the Ravens are struggling. I think, but I'm skipping some comments. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you double tap the screen, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is definitely going down over here on Mike Sports Vibes, and I truly appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, this is one YouTube. Hold on. This is one YouTube family, and I'm gonna make sure y'all can hear me. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. This is one YouTube family, but at the end of the day, yeah, like I said, anybody's welcome to this YouTube channel, and sports are designed to bring us together. That's how I feel, and that's what I believe in. And shout out to everybody that's in the building, being on this live stream. So yeah, Vikings will beat the Browns, but I'm nervous because of their defense of line, and I know the Minnesota Vikings offensive line is banged up. Dillon Gabriel will have his first start against the Vikings defense. And NFL Talk with your boy. I just stopped by to say go Birds. Shout out to my guy A the building, man. Salute to you. But listen, hey, respectfully, bro. After the bye week, we're beating the brakes off of the Birds. I just want to let you know that. Just want to let you know that we beating the brakes off the Birds after the bye week. I believe if Joe Burrow was on a different team, would be a Super Bowl champ. You know what's crazy? I like Joe Burrow, but I can't even say that right now because what's the old saying? Availability is the best ability. Because if you're not, it don't matter how talented you are, if you're not on that football field, what's it really matter? You know what I mean? And I say that respectfully because I think Joe Burrow is a very good quarterback. But hey, listen, bro, he can't stay healthy, bro. It's a shame, but it's true. Y'all going to lose to the Browns. They might put Sanders in. Nah, they're not putting Sanders in, bro. Unless Dillon Gabriel has a terrible first half or something like that, Dillon Gabriel is set this play against the Vikings in his first game of his career. And Joe Flacco is the second string quarterback. And on top of that, Shedeur Sanders, they're saying Yahoo Sports just put it out 30 minutes ago. Shedeur Sanders remains quarterback 3 for the Browns. I don't listen. And I don't want this to be a thing because I know people are going to say, well, why aren't they giving Sanders a chance? Hey, listen, he's going to have to wait his turn. Sometimes being patient, sometimes it's good to wait so you can see what's on that field. They're already benched Joe Flacco. If Dillon Gabriel looks bad, I'm telling you right now, I don't know the energy when it comes to the Browns fan base, but from an outside looking in, if Dillon Gabriel just stinks up the joint and he doesn't look good, say he plays a few games, he just throwing interception, fumbling, just not having a good game, not having good games. They're going to eventually play Shedeur Sanders probably sometime this season. But he has to be patient. At the end of the day, he was a 5th-round pick. Dillon Gabriel, I think, was a 3rd-round pick or 2nd-round pick. I don't know what round he was. But they already gave up on Joe Flacco. So that's a good sign when it comes to, yeah, we got rid of our, we want our backup right now. I mean, we're going to Dillon Gabriel. But the thing about it, what makes me a little bit like, how is this possible? Shedeur Sanders, you just benched Joe Flacco. So wouldn't Joe Flacco be the 3rd-string quarterback and Shedeur be the 2nd-string quarterback if you just benched Joe Flacco for Dillon Gabriel? I think that's kind of like weird to not have Shedeur number 2. But anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. I feel like the Minnesota Vikings will win this game 17-13. But I am nervous because I don't know how this offensive line is going to hold up against the Browns defensive line. And I'm nervous about establishing that run. I'm nervous about because Carson Wentz is set to start against the Browns. I'm nervous that Carson Wentz is going to sit in that pocket, try to sit in that pocket, go on vacation, sip on coladas, think that his offensive line is a pro everywhere on the offensive line, from the center to the guards to the tackle. Everybody's a Pro Bowl and everybody's healthy. He's thinking that everybody healthy. He's going to sit in that pocket and get destroyed. That's what I'm thinking right now until I'm proven otherwise. I feel like we'll have enough to pull it off, but I'm nervous because our offensive line is just so banged up right now. So banged up. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Everybody that's in the building, hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Respectfully speaking, I will say that the Minnesota Vikings will beat the brakes off your team no matter what. I don't care what your team is, respectfully. If you're an Eagles fan, we'll beat the brakes. You're welcome to this channel. I don't care what team that you rock with. You're welcome to this channel. But respectfully speaking, we're going to beat the brakes off the Eagles. This week coming up, we're going to beat the brakes off the Browns. That's how I'm coming. Every game, baby. Let's go, Vikings. And shout out to my dude, Dom Adventures. He says, smash that like, subscribe button. Let's go. Shout out to you, my guy. Appreciate you. Welcome, everybody that's in the building. Nah, Eagles are the most resilient. Yes, they are. In the NFL, I don't care what. Yeah, that is true. Listen, from a Viking fan perspective, because I'm from Pennsylvania, I'm Philly, everything besides football. When it comes to NFL football, the Eagles are definitely one of those teams that can win in a dogfight. They can win in a beatdown, beating the brakes off of somebody, or they can win a game where they winning by 3 points or a point. Like, it doesn't matter. As long as you get the dub, that's all that matters. You know what I mean? Vikings O-line got to find a way to at least contain That's the problem, Beast. How can our offensive line contain Myles Garrett, knowing how hurt we are? How many offensive linemen play? 5. How many offensive linemen are hurt right now for the Vikings? 3. So we have 2 starters. We have 2 starters, y'all, playing. Everybody else is second string. Maybe even third string. I don't know. Don't even care. They're not first string. It's looking bad right now. So anybody that's not concerned about the pass rush and trying to establish a run, I mean, the only way I can see it, like, we got to establish the run somehow. But the problem is the Browns are number 1 in stopping the run. That's another bad. It's just bad. It's just not good. We'll see what Carson Wentz can do. Dylan Dawson said Sanders is not good. We just had to accept that he needs time. Honestly, I don't want to say he's not good because we haven't seen him on the football field. But I will say that he won't get the opportunity with the Browns, I don't think, because if you bench Joe Flacco already, right? We in week 4, you bench him, right? And you start Dillon Gabriel, but Yahoo Sports is coming out and saying that Shedeur Sanders is quarterback 3 still. I would expect Shedeur to be number 2 and then Flacco be number 3 if you just bench Joe Flacco for Dillon Gabriel. That means they have no belief in Shedeur Sanders. But I'm not going to be the dude to say that Shedeur Sanders is not good until we see him on that football field in the regular season with their first stringers. That's like when people say that J.J. McCarthy's not good after 2 games. I'm not going that far because we haven't seen J.J. McCarthy play a season yet. We haven't seen J.J. McCarthy play more than 5 games. I mean, goodness gracious. And you got people saying that J.J. McCarthy is trash. J.J. McCarthy is garbage. J.J. McCarthy is a bust. It's like all this bull crap. So I'm not going to be the fan to say any young quarterback, I don't care who they are, Dillon Gabriel, Shedeur Sanders, any young quarterback that you can name, I can't say that they're not good until I see them on that field and they prove it that they're not good. You know what I mean? That's how I look at things. If you lose to the Browns, bro, you done. Hey, listen, we got to win this game. This is a must-win for us, to be honest with you. My concern is the same as yours, is the Cleveland Browns defense. The Vikings have shown to struggle against even just solid. Yeah, okay, yeah. How is your offense going to score? Like, I don't see it happening. Injuries suck. I feel you, man. Yeah, bro. Injuries are terrible. 2 interceptions against the Atlanta Falcons and the Steelers. And I don't know what our average is when it comes to, like, turnovers, but every game the Vikings been hurt. Like, we haven't been able to take care of the football. Besides against the Bengals, every game we had at least 2. We had at least 2 turnovers. So that's another thing that I'm kind of like, Eagles, my favorite team. Yeah, we're beating the brakes off the Eagles this year. Respectfully. We're beating the brakes off the Eagles this year, bro. Respectfully speaking. Ain't nothing y'all can do about it, bro. We coming after the bye week. You know what I'm saying? US Bank Stadium. Respectfully speaking. All you Eagle fans, man, y'all welcome to the channel. But respectfully speaking, y'all getting the brakes beat off of y'all. I don't care, bro. JJ McCarthy going to be back, hopefully. And if he's back, even if it's Carson Wentz going to go to, you know what I mean? He going to let y'all feel it because y'all let him go. Y'all should have kept him. Let me stop capping right now with Carson Wentz. I'm not, but if he does play, he gonna do good. We cheering for him. But I ain't gonna cap too much with Carson Wentz, man. I ain't gonna do that. Vikings probably win these games 24-7 interception, but the Cleveland offense. Well, yeah, I don't think. Yeah, you're right. We got DFJ Hoops in the building. What's up, bro? Browns are not good. That should go to y'all win column. Yeah, but my only concern is the Browns defensive line versus our offensive line. So when you look at our offensive line, bro, it's bad right now, bro. Like, our offensive line is straight awful, bro. Like, terrible offensive line. So, yeah, it's bad right now. I ain't going to sit here and cap. Hold on real quick. Y'all. Hold on. Trying to fix something real quick. But yeah, our offensive line is bad though. Like, I don't know how we gonna stop Myles Garrett, man. Myles Garrett makes me nervous. I'm concerned about Kevin O'Connell play call. That's another thing with JJ McCarthy playing or not. That's too because yeah, that's true. But nobody wants to hold KLC accountable. I was saying this, man. People don't want to hear it. Everybody's held accountable, bro. You can't like it's okay to be a fan and be like be a fan like of KLC, but if he's not coaching the way he needs to coach, bro, you gotta hold that man accountable, bro. It is what it is. Hold that man accountable. Don't be like, oh well, he can do no wrong. Nah, that's not what we doing over here. I'm not. If KLC doesn't improve his play calling against the Browns, knowing we don't have a good offensive line, bro got to be questioned. I'll be the first one to be on the live stream talking that talk, bro. I'll be like, yo, like, listen, bro, you got to do some quick passes, dinks and dunks all dang on game, respectfully, bro. And we'll see what happens from there. But you cannot be sitting in the pocket letting Carson Wentz have these long, drawn-out plays, and we mess around and get destroyed because you acting like our offensive line is completely healthy. That's just, it's crazy. That's crazy if he does that. Crazy work. But everybody that's in the building, make sure you double tap that screen, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Everybody's welcome to this YouTube channel. All I ask is to keep it PG in the comments. And I always say that sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. But I will say this as a big-time Minnesota Viking fan, respectfully, and this goes for everybody that's in the building. Even if you're not a Viking fan, I say this respectfully. It doesn't matter what team you're rocking with. We're going to beat the brakes off your team. Hey, listen, that's how I feel, baby. Let's go, Vikings. So we got how about those Chiefs? I called it. Knew that we against the Ravens. Yeah, they beat the Ravens, man. The Ravens are struggling. They're going to play Cleveland Browns on Sunday. The Vikings play the Cleveland Browns. Yeah. Is Cleveland starting a rookie? Yes, they're starting a rookie. That's why I feel like that's another reason why I feel like we have an advantage. Because I think Brian Flores is gonna put us in the right position to be to dominate that game. Like, they're not gonna score that many points. My only concern is, can the Minnesota Vikings score on the Browns defense when the Browns defense is ranked number 1 in the whole entire in total defense. They're ranked number 1 in stopping the run. They're ranked number 1. I forgot what their passing defense is, but their passing defense is very good as well. Listen, this is a very good team. Defensively, I mean, not offensively, but defensively, they're really good. Devin Bush is leading their team in tackles. He's all over the place with 31 tackles. Denzel Ward has 1 interception. He's leading their team in 1 interception. But listen, I don't even care about their secondary, though, to be honest with you. It's really their defensive line for me. Like, I'm nervous about their defensive line more than anything, but I feel like we should be able to beat the Browns, bro. Like, if we lose this game, it's going to be very bad. Like, listen, it's going to be bad. Because then we got to go against the Eagles. Matter of fact, let me look up the schedule right now. Let's look up the schedule real quick before I go on. I'm going to look up the schedule for the Vikings because we got a bye week after this week. So, after the bye week, I know we play the Eagles because that's what everybody's talking about. So, after the bye week, we play the Eagles October 19th. All right. So, we got the Eagles October 19th. Then we got, this is a hard stretch. So, the Eagles come to Minnesota. Then we go to the Chargers. That's a night game. And then we play the Lions November 2nd. And then we play the Ravens. So you got the Browns Sunday, Eagles after the bye week, then the Chargers, then the Lions, then the Ravens. My goodness. And then after that, we got the Bears, Packers, Seahawks. So the Seahawks game is going to be a big game because the whole narrative around the Vikings is, why did they let Sam Darnold go? You get what I'm saying? A lot of people said, why did we let him go? Because the whole thing for the Minnesota Vikings was to start from scratch. Can we develop a quarterback to be the next all-time great quarterback in the NFL? We drafted J.J. McCarthy in the first round in 2024, and that's before Sam Darnold was even on the team. When we got Sam, even if he was on the team, he didn't play one snap, right? When we got Sam Darnold, nobody thought that Sam Darnold would rejuvenate his career the way he did, and he played absolutely amazing. I'm not taking nothing from Sam Darnold, and he's playing good with the Seahawks as well. Now, if we got, listen, we lose to the Seahawks, bro. We can't lose it. We beating the Braves off the. Forget all that. We ain't losing to none of these teams. Matter of fact, this is what's going to be. Let me talk heavy right now. We're going to beat the Braves off the Browns. Not really beat the Braves. We're going to win 17-14. J.J. McCarthy going to be healthy after the bye week. We play the Eagles at home. We're going to beat the Braves off the Eagles. Jalen Hurts ain't going to have no chance against us. Then we go against the Chargers. Justin Herbert, we're beating the brakes off of them. That's a night game. And then I can't wait to go against the Lions because the Lions fans be talking crazy. The Lion fans is the one fan base that's talking crazier than all the fan bases. Maybe even crazier than the Cowboy fan base at this point. The Cowboy fan base is out of control. I don't know what's going on with them. Let me get to the comments, y'all. How about the Red Dad? They're going to play Sunday. Yep. Is Cleveland starting the rookie? Yup, Cleveland starting the rookie. Hope Gabriel has a good game. Honestly, I hope he doesn't have a good game. But listen, after this game, he can have an outstanding game. And I mean, I want all the rookies or all the young quarterbacks to do good, just not against the Minnesota Vikings. You can do, respectfully speaking, I want all the young quarterbacks to do good, just not against the Minnesota Vikings. You feel me? Rookies, quarterbacks this week. It's about time you guys are in trouble. Don't look past us. Hey, listen, bro. We ain't looking past y'all, but we're going to beat the brakes off of y'all, respectfully speaking. Shout out to everybody's in the building. Sanders over Gabriel. I can't even say that yet. I got to see. But I just don't understand why people don't like Sanders so much. It's so weird to me. It's a weird situation. I ain't never seen a quarterback that was so disliked. Maybe I'm trying to think of another quarterback that wasn't liked. I was going to say Tom Brady, but I think the reason why people didn't like Tom Brady was because he kept winning Super Bowls and they was getting tired of him winning. So it wasn't like a question mark on how great Tom Brady is. It was just like, I can't stand why does he keep winning. It's kind of like when Michael Jordan was dominating the NBA. People couldn't stand Michael Jordan, some people, because he was just, the Chicago Bulls just kept on beating everybody. It just, once he got past the bad boy Pistons, it was curtains, bro. It was curtains. It was nothing else could stop him at that point. What did you say, Victor E? Gabriel. You got Gabriel? Oh, you said rookie quarterbacks this week. It's about time. Yeah, I read your comment. I did read your comment, Victor E. I think I read it. Because J.J. McCarthy and line reason we always playing from a deficit. Yeah, and you know what? I can't. It's a valid excuse, but I'm so tired of the excuses, man. I just want us to be healthy so we can see what J.J. McCarthy can do. The unfortunate truth is J.J. has to be healthy. He got to be healthy, bro. Like, I understand our offensive line ain't the best, but I used this example the other day. Like, and I want everybody in the comments to tell me how you feel about this, right? If you had a second year quarterback and he got y'all to the playoffs, right? But the last game prior to the playoffs starting, right? Three of your offensive linemen got hurt in that game. Do you sit your second year quarterback or do you just play it and just next man up mentality? You in the playoffs, right? So you got to play them. The answer is you got to play them so you can get that experience. Injuries are part of the game. Unfortunately, the Vikings have an injury bug and we just get injured left and right. But at the end of the day, next man up, we're going to see what happens. No excuses. Ain't nobody going to feel bad for the Vikings. At the end of the day, they're going to use that advantage that our offensive line ain't the best right now, and they're going to try to do what they have to do to win. That's just what it is. Just like if there was an injury just like the Vikings going to do what they got to do to take advantage of their opponent. So it goes both ways. But I just am tired of the excuses, but it's a valid excuse. I just can't stand it because it's just like I want to see how good JJ McCarthy can be. Like when you go down the list of all the like some of the most popular quarterbacks in that 2024 NFL draft, I'm not saying that they're better than JJ McCarthy necessarily, but they're having more experience than him. Michael Penix got experience and he's playing pretty okay for a second year quarterback. Bo Nix is playing pretty good for a second year quarterback. Jaden Daniels is hurt, but he played amazing in his rookie year. When you talk about Drake May, he just got his opportunity, and Drake May is playing pretty darn good, bro. Those are the most popular quarterbacks, bro, and they're getting experience. The Minnesota Vikings quarterback, our quarterback, JJ McCarthy, is not getting experience because of health. And he has to, regardless of the offensive line not being good or not good, you're going to have to play him because you have to see what this man can do. So that means the play calling has to match it, though. If your offensive line ain't good, you got to do quick plays. The most hated quarterback was probably Colin. Yeah, probably. I'm trying to think of other quarterbacks, but you might be right. They're going to play Detroit in November. Yeah, we're beating the brakes off of Detroit, bro. Respectfully. Eagles have a token from the Chiefs. Chiefs have more Super Bowl wins in the last 5 years. That's true. The Suns play the Lakers on Friday. The Lakers. Hey, everybody that's in the building, if you're a basketball fan, can you go to my other channel? I will put it in the link below. Can you go to my other channel? It's called Mike. I'm going to be going live a lot more on that channel as well. Because I am a basketball fan and I'm a Sixer fan, so I do play-by-play for basketball. I will be doing play-by-play for the Phillies. The Phillies are in the playoffs, and I will be doing boxing as well, and maybe even hockey. So it's Mike Sports Vibes Balling. Go subscribe to this channel, y'all. This is my other YouTube channel. I got 2 YouTube channels. And yeah, trying to grow that YouTube channel as well. If you're interested in basketball, if you're interested in so it's Mike Sports Vibes Balling. Don't forget the balling at the end. Go subscribe to that channel if you haven't already. NBA season is starting soon, right around the corner. Facts. Is JJ playing for the Vikings? Nope, he's out. We don't know when he's playing. The rumors are saying that he's going to play against the Eagles after the bye week. I got to see it to believe it, because the one thing I'm not going to do is I don't want to get my hopes up for him playing against the Eagles when he's probably going to miss against the Eagles as well. Like, I think when I said when he first got hurt, the high ankle sprain, people was making it kind of like a nonchalant injury. Them high ankle sprains ain't no joke. I don't know if you has anybody ever sprained their ankle, like a high ankle sprain? Everybody's body is different, bro. It depends on the degree on how bad the sprain is, but they said 2 to 4 weeks. It could easily be more than that. It could easily, especially if you're a dual threat quarterback like JJ McCarthy, you have to utilize your legs. You can't mess around and come back too early and then you re-injure yourself. So the high ankle sprain, that injury is you got to be patient. You can't rush the process with that injury. So we'll see what happens. But he said Yeah, the Suns play the Sixers. Oh yeah, I can't wait. Oh, you must be a Suns fan. They're going to play. They're going to Philadelphia. Yeah. The 76ers, my whole thing, and I'm not going to get too much into basketball on this channel, but I will say this. As a big Sixer fan, this is a year we have to do something this year. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna keep it right there. I subscribe, fam. Oh man, thank you so much for everybody that hit the subscribe button. Make sure if you haven't already, make sure y'all hit that like button. Thank you so much for everybody that's rocking with your boy. I truly, truly, truly appreciate everybody that's in the building. But yeah, to be honest with you, I am nervous about this game. I am nervous about this game against the Browns because of their defensive line. But I do feel like we're going to be able to win this game. And I feel like it's because our defense is so good. And we're going against a rookie. We're going against a rookie. And going against rookies I'm not saying it can hurt us too because we don't have no film on him. But I think Brian Flores is such a good defensive minded coach that he's going to make sure that Dillon he's going to be thinking a lot. Meaning he's going to be running around trying to figure out what the heck, where the blitz is coming or our pass rush is going to get to him. I believe we're going to get him. Now, I mean, J.J. McCarthy, first games versus Eagles, a Super Bowl champion. That's going to be rough. That's why I said beast. But at the end of the day, they're going to have to put him, what they say, throw him into the fire. That's what they say. A lot of people say throw him into the fire. He going to have to learn. He's a professional. You're going to have to go against these teams and learn if you can play at this level, bro. The Eagles are the defending champions. That would be the game I would want to play. Because if you could beat the Eagles, hey, listen, bro, you know how hype I would be if J.J. McCarthy comes back after the bye week and beats the defending champions, bro? Hey, listen, bro, we got a quarterback, bro. Because if you think about it, and I'm not sure who's going to be healthy that game. I'm not trying to go ahead of the Browns, but I'm just being honest. If you think about it, the Eagles had one of the best defensive tackles in the game in Carter. They had one of the best defensive lines in the game. They had one of the best defenses in the game, and they had one of the best offenses in the game. They had one of the best coaches in the game. So it's like you're going against a very good team. So that's going to be a game. If you can mess around and beat them after the bye week, that is a very good look for the Minnesota Vikings. So I'm hoping JJ McCarthy can come back in that game, to be honest with you. Like, that'd be a good look. So I'm not going to say be scared to put him in that game. I only say put him in when he's healthy. I'm only saying you don't want to rush a high ankle sprain. If you sprained your ankle, and especially a high ankle sprain, depending on how bad you sprained that ankle, bro, you're going to be out for some time, bro. I don't care how good of care you have, professional care. Them ankles take a while to heal, bro. Them ankles take a while to heal. I had ankle sprain, bro. Man, I was playing I was playing basketball and I played through it though. My joint went all the way, just went down. I said, "Oh, my joint was swollen and everything." I played through it, and I think I regret that though. I ain't gonna say in cap. I played through that bad boy, while ago though. That's when I was good at basketball. I can still play a little bit. I haven't played basketball in a while, even though basketball, if you don't know, honestly is my favorite sport. My second favorite sport is football, and then a close third would be baseball. Well, basketball, football, baseball. I love tennis. I like hockey, even though I don't know too much about hockey. I think that it's an underrated sport. I might start covering hockey on my other channel as well. Shout out to my boy Jermaine in the building. If you lose to the Browns, you will look at the Packers. Hey, listen, bro. We ain't losing to the Browns, bro. But I feel like the Browns is a tough team, though. The Browns is a tough team defensively, not offensively. And I need everybody that's in the building to Super Hawk smash that like button. Super Hawk smash that like button. Super Thor smash that like button. You know what I'm saying? Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. At the end of the day, everybody's welcome to this YouTube channel. But like I said, sports are designed to bring us all together, not separate us. And also, respectfully speaking, the Minnesota Vikings will beat the brakes off your team. Respectfully speaking. You feel me? That's just my opinion. And you know what I'm saying? I'm talking heavy for the whole season. Skull to the bow, baby. Should have kept Sonny. We ain't worrying about no Sonny D, bro. Pickleball is sneaking up on me. Yeah, you know, There's a lot of underrated sports, man. In America, United States of America, the top sport is football. The top sports is probably I don't even want to say basketball. I don't even know if it's hockey or basketball. The top when it comes to the second most popular sport in America, but a sport that I wish was more like um talked about is soccer. Soccer is another underrated sport. Soccer is the number one sport in the whole entire world. You know what I mean? Soccer is the most popular sport in the whole entire world. I'm talking about, you know what I mean? Like every country plays soccer, bro. Every country plays soccer. Every country has an Olympic team. You know what I'm saying? So it's like soccer, but in America, United States of America, there's only was it Major League Soccer League? So it's MLS, but I don't even know who the best American soccer player is right now, bro. I don't even know their name. The only name I know for soccer was the goalie. His name is Howard. That was it, bro. I can't even think of the best American. And I say this respectfully, because I like soccer. My son actually plays soccer. He's goalie and he's a defender. So I like soccer, but I just don't. I mean, it's just not popular in this country. But he said Kirk Cousins said, hello. No, we don't want Kirk Cousins. Going to have the double team, maybe triple Myles Garrett, or else Vikings lineman is going to be screaming, run Kirk. Hey, listen, I be screaming that every game. Every game, I'm like, throw the ball. What are you doing, Carson Wentz? I be screaming that, bro. Respectfully, I be screaming that. Hey, I be like, what are you doing? Carson Wentz is like, with the ball in his hand, just holding the ball. Hey, I got all day in the pocket. I got all day. Bro, you don't got all day in the pocket, bro. Throw the dang on ball away. Don't take the sack or throw the ball away. I don't understand what's so hard, bro. See, I'm not a professional, so I don't really know. It's hard. It is hard. It's very hard. But at the same time, you're a professional, bro. You got to figure something out, bro. You got to figure something out. Play the New Year. Love crickets too. Fly, Eagles, fly. We ain't doing none of that in the chat. We ain't doing none of that in the comments, bro. I ain't worried about none of that Eagles talk, bro. Respectfully, bro. Respectfully. I got a championship ring from soccer championship match. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. You know what's crazy, bro? Like, my son's favorite player is Ronaldo. My guy is Messi. What's his name? Messi. His favorite player is Ronaldo. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, I said Messi a little bit up there, but I think he's better than Ronaldo. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? He's like, no, he's not. Dad, you don't know soccer. I'm like, all right, we'll see. You know what I mean? I don't know how old Messi is. I don't even know if he's still playing, but yeah. He said, yeah, my boy Jermaine, shout out to my guy. Humble Man 420, Mike, you are appreciated. Oh, man, Tupac voice. Yeah, shout out to you, man. You know what's crazy? I was just thinking about Tupac. Like, I was listening to, what was I listening to this morning? I was listening to 50 Cent this morning, right? I was listening to, like, old, like, songs, right? And I thought of Tupac. I was listening to Tupac yesterday. And I was just like, dang, man, like, time really does fly. And just like, it's just crazy how the music game is so different from when it was back in the day. Like, the music game is like 100% different. Like, it's not the same at all. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing or a good thing. I'm just going to just keep it there. Sorry we couldn't get you in the group chat. Hope you doing well. Oh, man. Hey, God is good, man. It's all good, bro. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to my boy Humble Man 420. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. But yeah, I would say this, y'all. And I'm going to get off in like a few minutes. I want to say thank you for everybody that's vibing with me. My final, and I'm going to talk about the Browns again in probably more detail, but I'm going to be honest with you. I am nervous as a Viking fan when it comes to our offensive line and us getting healthy on the offensive line. From the tackles to the guards to the center, I'm nervous because we have a guard that's hurt. We have a center that's hurt, and we got a tackle that's hurt. It's bad right now. So it's like, I'm nervous going against this team, bro. I'm not going to sit here and cap. I would be so happy if we beat the brakes off them. Like, if we was healthy, it would be no competition. But since we're so hurt, bro, and we got second stringers and whatever we got in, bro. Hey, listen, bro. This is gonna be hard, especially if KOC doesn't adjust his game plan. Like my bull Beast Mode said, the play calling has to be so much better because you can't hold on to that ball. If we hold on to the ball against the Browns, I don't even want to say what I was about to say. But you never know. Dillon Gabriel can move out. Yes, Dillon Gabriel can move out, but it might hurt him as well. We'll see what happens. Dillon Gabriel is a dual threat quarterback. I like Dillon Gabriel. I like him. We'll see what happens. I cheer for every young quarterback. I cheer for every young quarterback until they go against the Vikings. I cheer for every young quarterback. The Sixers. I got a championship ring from. I've read that. I'm a little bit behind. Carson returns to Philly. Yes, I think that's gonna happen. I see y'all beating the Browns. Oh, you said I see you beating the Browns. 21-30. Oh, super chat in the building. My guy said, humble man 420. I want to say thank you so much for the super chat. He said, Mike Sports Vibes talking about NFL can't get better. Oh, thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. Appreciate all the support. Appreciate all the love, man. Thank you so much for everybody that's supporting this YouTube channel, man. I really appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank you so much. I see you. But yeah, I like that score. I don't even think we're scoring 21 points, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm not confident, and it's not that I'm not confident in the talent, like the like JJ and I just know how bad this offensive line is, and I know how good the defensive line is for the Browns. So my final score, like I'll be happy if we score 21 points. My final score is 17-13 in a close one. You know what I mean? We score 2 touchdowns and we get a field goal. It might honestly be different because it might just be a whole bunch of field goals. I'm going to be honest with you because it's 2 good defenses going at it. I wouldn't be surprised if it just keeps being field goals all game long. I don't see this being a high-scoring game. 21 points ain't a lot of points, but I'm just saying, I don't see it being – I would be pleasantly surprised if the Minnesota Vikings could score like 30 points against the Browns. I would be very impressed if they can score 30 points. And I'm talking about without getting defensive points. Like, if they score 30 points on the Browns, bro, I'd be very impressed. But I don't see that happening. But we'll see what happens, you know. We'll see what happens. Thank you so much. Everybody that's in the building, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And like I said, sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. But thank you so much for everybody that's in the building. This is one YouTube family. I truly mean that. And also, yeah, man. Vibe with your boy. Even fully healthy can lose a winless team. You just never. Yeah, any given Sunday. I agree with that. On the field, yup. 24-3 Cleveland. 20-13 Skull. Let's go, Jermaine. I love it. Hey, lavishly fat. I'm gonna say this. I know you're putting that comment in there. And I'm going to just say, I'm going to pray for you, brother. I'm going to pray for you. I think it's uncalled for, but I'm going to pray for you, and I hope the best for you. I don't hope nothing bad happens. I hope the best for you, my brother. But I'm going to have to block you because we don't do none of that talk in the comments. You feel me? We don't do those type of comments in the chat. W attack. Oh, you already know. I always got the flag. On the shoulder. You already know the vibes over here. Bro might as well just get your new team. Hey, listen, bro. I can't, bro. I'm going to always be a Viking fan, bro. I've been a Viking fan for a minute. But I will be honest with you. I am very concerned about the line. I am very concerned about the line. It sucks, but we got to figure out something. And Kevin O'Connell is going to have to prove that he's the guy that can make adjustments. Kevin O'Connell's going to have to make adjustments and make sure that our offense can strive even against a great defense like the Browns, the best defense against the Browns. You have to figure it out, bro. Respectfully, like, listen, you can't always come up with excuses, bro. KLC gonna have to find a way. Every team got injuries. I know we probably got the most injuries. I don't even care. At the end of the day, we trying to get healthy. No excuses, bro. Figure a way to win the game. Figure a way to win the game. At the end of the day, that's what we got to do. Unpredictable sports, you never know. Yep, you facts. Football family, what's good? He said, Mike, do you think Kevin's going to win this one? I don't know. I don't even know, humble man. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. I have no clue. But the one thing I will say though, bro, and when it comes down to it, any given Sunday, just like the playoffs is so up in the air, and that's what makes the playoffs for the NFL probably the best playoffs out of all the sports, maybe. Because you could be the best team during the whole regular season, then you get to the postseason, you lose in the first round. Literally, you have the best. You could be 17-0, have a bye week, have home field advantage, and lose that first game. It can honestly happen. And it ain't no running it back. You lost. You took the L. You going home. You know what I mean? That's the one thing about football, man. But any given Sunday, Mariners versus Phillies World Series, I would love it. I would love it, bro. Bring it. I think the Phillies are playing the winner out of the whatchamacallit? The Dodgers and the Reds. But matter of fact, again, everybody that's in the building, I'm gonna put it in the stream. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button on this channel. It's my other YouTube channel. It's called Mike Sports Vibes Ballin'. Just look it up in the search bar and subscribe to that channel. We're going to be going live for a lot of basketball games. The baseball season, postseason, we'll be live for games for that. I will be mixing in some flyers. I'm gonna try to mix in some flyers, and I'm trying to mix in some boxing. But boxing has been so terrible for me. Like, besides the Canelo and Crawford fight, I haven't been really excited for none of the fights, bro. I think Tank messed me up when he's gonna fight Jake Paul. Like, I understand get your bread, but I would have loved to see Tank run that back with Roach. And since he didn't run it back with Roach, I haven't really been interested in boxing like that, to be honest with you. Yeah, but he might though. He might. You said Browns starting Gabriel this Sunday, and as a Browns fans, y'all can bet the over for Vikings to snag a couple interceptions. Yeah. Hey, listen. The only thing, humble man, I think you're 100% right. I'm not even listen. I'm not worried about the Browns offense, and I said that respectfully, bro. Like, if you're a Browns fan, I'm not coming at your team. I'm just being honest. I'm not worrying about your offense. What I'm worried about is y'all defense going against my offensive line. That's the only thing I'm worried about, because we have three starters out on our offensive line, bro. 3 starters are not playing, bro. Only starters that are playing is Real Fries and Christian Darrisaw. That's it. I'm nervous because you're going against one of the best defensive lines, in my opinion. Myles Garrett is. Oh, shout out to my boy Smeagol in the building. I'm gonna read your comments shortly. You're going against one of the best pass rushers in the game in Myles Garrett. How can you slow him down? How can you slow him down? Like, I can understand if you had 2 offensive linemen hurt, maybe. That's bad. But when you have 3 offensive linemen hurt, terrible. Peace out, TY. Tank should fight Haney or Shakur. Honestly, bro, I don't even want to see Tank fight Haney. I think Tank will knock Haney out, bro. Real talk. Shakur Stevenson, I would like to see that, though. I think Devin Haney, after that loss against Ryan Garcia, even though they took it back, what I would say is he's not the same, bro. He don't seem like he the same to me. I think his confidence is just not the same. I like Haney prior to that fight, bro. I don't know what's going on with Haney now, bro. I don't know. We'll see. I'm cheering for the young man, but I want to see Shakir versus Tank. Tank fighting Jake Paul is crazy. Then yeah, bro. Hey, Powers, bro. I'm so lost with that, bro. Like, I'm so lost when it comes to, like, I mean, you got to get your money. I'm not, like, If someone offers you a couple $1 million to fight, you want to make that fight happen, right? So I'm not sitting here saying that he's a fraud and he shouldn't do it. All I'm saying is the fight that should have came first is that Roach fight because I feel like he lost it. I think he lost that fight. Just my opinion. I think Roach won that fight, bro. Please take AJ for JJ. Why? Why would we trade? No, we're not trading Justin Jefferson to the Eagles, bro. Respectfully, bro. We're not trading Justin Jefferson to the Eagles, bro. It ain't happening. Listen, it ain't happening, bro. You got the game messed up, bro. Got the game messed up, bro. They ain't doing that. You said up the run game, maybe. Yeah, that's a fact, Jermaine. That's a fact. Yeah, I just feel like the Vikings going to be able to stop the run. I have confidence in this Vikings defense. Like I said, it's only my offensive line that I'm nervous about. That's it. That's it. But I still feel like the Vikings will be victorious. It's just I am nervous about the Browns' defensive line. He said, M.A. said, Tank getting an easy $40 million. Dang. Yeah, I'm taking that fight easy. Yeah. Yeah, you ain't lying. I probably take that fight before I fight Roach. I'm taking that fight too. See, I can't be mad at the man. Get your money, bro. Get your money. You still feel Vikings shouldn't go after another quarterback until JJ? Honestly, JC, I think they have no choice but to wait until JJ comes back. Carson Wentz is the second string. He's not the best quarterback. He's not the worst quarterback. I would say this: it's up to KOC and his play calling to be a lot better because we're so hurt on that offensive line. So it's not just all on Carson Wentz. I understand that it is the offensive line, but KOC, you have to be a better play caller. That's just how I feel. He just has to be a better play caller. And every time I say that KOC has to be a better play caller, some people be like, oh, you're hating on KOC. No, I'm being real about KOC. I'm not saying fire the man. All I said was he needs to be a better play caller more consistently. You got to match the talent you have on the football field. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's a fact, bro. Like, our offensive line, for instance, right, we have 3 starters most likely going to miss this week against the Browns, right? Offensive linemen going to miss the game. So you can't have a game plan where you're going to throw it deep passes to Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison and TJ Hockenson and Adam Thielen and Speedy Naylor. You got to dink and dunk. If I don't see that adjustment, I will question KOC because you can't go into this game and you got Myles Garrett on the opposite side and you're going to try to go for these deep passes knowing your whole offensive line is pretty much hurt, bro. No, you can't do it. You can't do it. And people think I'm hating on KOC. Oh, you're hating on. No, I'm not hating on KOC, bro. People just don't want to hear the truth. KOC play calling +3. Yeah, bro. Bro, that's why I'm nervous, bro. Do I think that we're going to win? Yes. But I am nervous because I can see it falling apart because I know how bad the play calling can be and I know how banged up our offensive line is. Do I think we'll win? 17-13, final score. Vikings win. But as a big-time Viking fan, I'm keeping it real. KLC, your play calling has to be better because your offensive line is hurt. I'm not going to say the offensive line is terrible. It's hurt. We haven't seen all of our starters play one game this season together. So I can't be the Viking fan to say respectfully to all the other Viking fans that maybe say this. If you say the Vikings offensive line is terrible, okay. But I can't go that far until they're all healthy. But the problem is I don't think they're going to be healthy this season. And I'm going to tell you why. And I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just being real. Ryan Kelly, I wouldn't even play him anymore. The man had 2 concussions within like 2 weeks. That's your brain, bro. I'm not playing him. That's just me. I'm going to protect my player from himself. No, bro, you can't play no more, bro. You got to go to a doctor and make sure you good for the future, bro. Money ain't everything. You know what I'm saying? But everybody in the building, make sure you double tap that screen, double tap that screen, double tap that screen. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Everybody is welcome to this channel. We're going live again for every single Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And also, I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. There's so many things going on around the world. I'm not going to talk about it, but y'all get where I'm going with it, right? There's so many things going around the world, and I always say sports are designed to bring us together. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? You do got them over the top fans, but there's a lot of good fans out here. There's a lot of good people out here from that's a fan of every team. That's why I say everybody's welcome to this YouTube channel. Yes, I am a big time Minnesota Viking fan. I'm a regular person. I talk about the Vikings like almost every day. I love the Vikings. I've been a Viking. I'm a Viking fan from Pennsylvania. As you can see, I got Sixers stuff. I got Philly stuff. And I have another YouTube channel. If you're into basketball or hockey or basketball or baseball, go check out this other channel and hit the subscribe button on that channel. I'm gonna be doing play-by-play style for basketball and play-by-play for the playoffs for the postseason for the Phillies. So if you're into baseball or basketball, go check out that channel called Mike Sports Vibes Ballin'. But don't forget to hit the like button on this channel. This is Mike Sports Vibes. This is my first YouTube channel where I primarily cover the Minnesota Vikings on this channel, but everybody's welcome. And I don't mind answering people's questions if you have a question about your team. If I know about it, I'll speak about it. If I don't, I'll say I had to do my research on it. But shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Vikings for life. Vikings for life, James. Shout out to Mark in the building. Myles Garrett is dealing with an ankle injury. He's limited at practice. Maybe y'all luck out and he doesn't suit up in London. Wow, that's a big deal right there, bro. That's a big deal right there. I was not expecting to see that. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to see that, to be honest with you. Myles Garrett, hey, listen. I'm not saying I want the man to be hurt. Nah, but I get what you're saying, bro. That would help if he decides to take a day off. For that Sunday, it would be nice for him to take a day off. Take a game off, my brother. Take a game off. I wouldn't mind it. For real. Respectfully. Take a day off if you want to. I don't mind it. But I always look at it like this. To be the best, you got to beat the best. We ain't scared. We ain't dodging no smoke. The Minnesota Vikings are here to stay. You feel me? But shout out to everybody that's in the building. I'm getting off this live stream. I want to say everybody that's in the building, thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. Hit the subscribe button on your way out. Like I said, I go live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. Shout out to each and every one of y'all. I appreciate y'all. And everybody's welcome to this YouTube channel. And my bull said, go Ravens. Hey, the Ravens are good. Well, no, they're not playing good now. But their defense is questionable. And their offense isn't as consistent like it was last season, but it's still early in the season, and we'll see what the Ravens can do. But shout out to everybody in the building. Peace out, y'all.